Mitch, just with the pre-season results so far and the midfield that the Lions have gathered, you must be excited about the season coming up.
Yeah, it's been a successful pre-season for us. We've played 3 games, had 2 wins and a draw, which is always good. It's more about for us to, put the structures in place and, get to know your teammates a little bit for me personally. But, we've had some good acquisitions in Dane Beams and Christensen that played against the Suns. So, you can say that we haven't had any injuries besides Dizzy Gardner. So we'll check how he's going. But, it's been pretty good.
And you must like what you see already?
Yeah, it's a young squad. So, we're building on those type of things, the younger bloke and the fitness in the legs and a lot of game structure and all that kind of stuff. So, it's good. I feel pretty old being here. I'm a 25-year-old and everyone's younger than me. So, I'm just trying to bring that experience and stuff to the team, which is working out. Yeah, I'm just trying to bring that. I've always had that in my game, tackling strong and putting in the forward line pressure. So I'll just try to bring that across to the Lions. And we've got Josh Green and Michael Close, those boys jumping on board with a few tackles here and there. So if we can keep the ball in our forward half, we'll be looking pretty dangerous.
How relevant can we look at the NAB Challenge games as in terms of lead-up?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. We've had some pretty good opposition. Sydney had about 14 players of the premiership team in there, so you can look at it like that way. But every team's out there trying to do the same thing, just get some fitness in the legs and in the body, and get used to getting knocks again. So we'll take the positives out of it. There's also a few negatives in there as well that we need to work on, more these structures and setting up right. So we'll take that out. We've got a team meeting today. We'll go over the Gold Coast game. Then we've got a couple of days off this weekend, and we'll get into it.
Mitch, you came from a footy club that got a lot of goals out of small forwards over the years, and that's what's going to be expected here to win games. How do you think these young Brisbane forwards compare with the likes of Betts and some of the really dynamic small forwards you've played with?
Yeah, well, there's a few blokes in there that's proven they can play a small forward role and kick goals. Josh Green led it last year with 33, and Taylor was up there with 18 or so. So we've got a bit of pressure on Michael Close and McStay and those blokes coming through, but yeah, they're only young. They'll probably take 1 or 2 more years till they fully feel settled in. So we can just put the ball in the forward line and put the pressure on. We just need the big blokes to make a contest, and we'll hopefully get the job done. But as you said, it's been proven before, you don't need tall forwards to kick many goals, and you can still win games. So we know what we got to do. Yeah.
Has Lepper asked you how your former team viewed this team and say what the strengths and weaknesses were, and have you obviously they're paying you now? Do you pass that on? And then what was the view?
Yeah, we had in the Noosa camp we had 3 or 4 days to ourselves, and Bundy and Dane and I spoke about how we perceived Brisbane coming up here and trying to get the win and go home. We felt like not a little bit of a walkover team, but even though they beat us, we're trying to change that now. So we're trying to have our game structure and be a hard, aggressive team. And the young players are really working hard, and we run hard. We're a fit team, probably the hardest pre-season I've done to date. So I don't know if that's the Brisbane weather, but we're definitely working on trying to make it get to the Gabba type thing. So get to the round 1 and put a lot of pressure on the supporters to come down and make it a big stadium that you can't come up here and you got to struggle a little bit and get back home. So.
How did that go over up at Noosa when you were telling the other blokes, you were a walkover team? Did that resonate with them?
Yeah. No, Tom Rockcliffe, he stood up straight away and said I can't say the word, but he felt, like it hit home a little bit, and from then on we could see the passion in the boys, and so I think that spurred on the pre-season a little bit. There's a lot more competitiveness in there, and as I said, it's one of the hardest ones I've done. So.